Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Gayle King with Anthony Mason and Tony Dokoupil. Critics say that a controversial startup poses a new and profound threat to everyone's privacy with its facial recognition technology. So we spoke to the CEO in his first network TV interview. Clearview AI co-founder and co-executive, his name is Wonton Tat, showed our Errol Barnett just how easy it is to find images of him. The cutting-edge software can identify people by comparing their pictures to billions of images Clearview has scraped from the social media and the internet. Errol Barnett is here in the studio with more on this. Good morning, Errol. I'm very fascinated to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, listen up to this. Good morning, everyone. Clearview AI CEO says he wants you to trust him. He's trying to gain the public's trust here. The 31-year-old says his company's facial recognition technology is only available to law enforcement and is to be used to identify potential criminals. But there are serious questions about whether his software is too invasive.
Right now we have, billions and billions of images from millions of different websites all across the open internet.
This is what Clearview AI's database would look like to law enforcement, says founder Wonton Tat, if, for example, they were searching for me. I mean, I got to say, it's slightly unnerving seeing someone able to scroll through so many images of my face.
But you have to remember that this is only used for investigations after the fact. This is not a 24/7 surveillance system.
Tontat says his artificial intelligence program can identify someone from an image in seconds. It matches faces of unknown people to their online photos and the sites the images originally came from. The results, he says, are 99.6% accurate.
Would you like to have a try?
Sure. Let's see. When we tried out the company's phone app, even covering half my face, it still worked on the first try.
There we go.
Tontat says Clearview has 3 billion images in its database sourced from millions of websites and social media platforms in a method known as scraping. Wired editor-in-chief Nick Thompson says facial recognition raises sobering moral and ethical questions.
In order to build it, you have to scrape a lot of public information in ways that may be legal, but that certainly goes against the terms of service of companies like Facebook and Twitter. Secondly, this is really creepy. And the big companies who have the data already haven't wanted to do it.
YouTube, Facebook, Venmo, and Twitter told CBS News scraping is against their policies. Last night, Google and YouTube sent Clearview a cease and desist letter, and this comes weeks after Twitter did the same, demanding Clearview stop scraping pictures from their platform and delete any data taken. Are you aiming to comply with Twitter?
Our legal counsel has reached out to them and are handling it accordingly. But there is also a First Amendment right to public information. So the way we have built our system is to only take publicly available information and index it that way.
And you believe you have a First Amendment right
completely
to access what's on the platform? Clearview says more than 600 law enforcement agencies across the country use this software, but wouldn't say how many are free trial subscriptions. New Jersey Attorney General Kabir Graywall recently ordered state law enforcement agencies to temporarily stop using this technology until they learn more. What are your concerns with this technology?
I'm not categorically opposed to facial recognition technology. I think used properly, it can help us solve criminal cases more quickly. It could help us apprehend child abusers, domestic terrorists. But what I am opposed to is the wide-scale collection of biometric information and the use of it without proper safeguards by law enforcement.
But Tontat argues Clearview AI is essentially a search engine for faces.
Google can pull in information from all different websites. So if it's public, and it's out there, and it can be inside Google's search engine, it can be inside ours as well.
In a statement to CBS News, Google calls that comparison inaccurate, writing, quote, "We give webmasters control over what information from their site is included in our search results, including the option to opt out entirely." This platform is very powerful, but it relies on transparency for people to trust and believe it.
Yeah.
And there just isn't much of that available right now.
Well, that's why I'm here on TV explaining all these things, and that's why we meet with a lot of the people in government. Tontat
tells CBS News the technology won't be made available to the general public as long as he's running Clearview. But Thompson says it may not be so simple.
So Clearview says You may be worried about our technology, but it's just used by police departments to catch terrorists and keep you safe. But if we know anything from the history of technology and the history of Silicon Valley, it's that the initial intended use is not the only use.
Now, Tontat told us subscription prices vary, but to give you a rough idea, one of the largest police departments in the country pays roughly $50,000 for a 2-year contract. Now, Clearview keeps all images, even if they are deleted from the website where they are sourced. And the New York Times, which really broke this story open, the reporter Kashmir Hill last month reports that the company is working on a tool that would let people request to have those images taken down.
Yeah, request doesn't mean they comply. I mean, the big question here is it not against the law, as Nick Thompson points out, and in the absence of some sort of national federal regulation, these companies are left to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Precisely. And the other concern is that, well, what if police officers take images out of context? What if they see you at a rally or a demonstration and those images become part of a profile that they build? Tontat says, look, if it's public information and it's already out there, we are just sourcing it and matching it to us.
He has an argument, but I'm with Nick Thompson. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
People are divided on whether or not this is a benefit to society or whether it really crosses a line, you know, of
I
no
understand
return.
the concerns. What was like seeing all those pictures of you, Errol?
Well,
I mean,
you know,
even when you covered your mouth, they can pick
that's
them
what
out.
struck me at the power of this technology.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, look, I've been a reporter my entire adult life. I expected to see some of those images, but some of them I had never seen before. My fraternity put me in some type of profile. I had never seen that. Someone put a doll next to a television I had never seen. And so it is powerful technology.
Yeah, initial intentions are not end results. They can change. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate it.
Good thing they didn't uncover anything.
Well, they might. That's what I thought. Hey, let's see the raw
You
tape.
hoping to see something, Gayle?
No,
Raw
not
tape will
at
be in the
all.
system somewhere. Let's go
Not
track
at
that
all.
down.
Not with Errol Barnett.